I found this clock while I was clearing out a space behind one of the bedrooms. There was sort of a little secret door that went into an attic space, if you like, and it was stacked with boxes of junk that had been there for years and years and years. There was a lot of children's school books, there was a lot of medicine bottles, there was even an Edwardian hand crocheted jacket, but you know, falling apart. It was so old. No idea the age of this, I just rather liked it. It's metal, it has no name on the dial at all, one hand's missing, some lovely hand painted numerals on it. The whole construction is metal, so it's sort of metal painted as though it's woodwork in there. It's got a hanging loop, plenty of cobwebs as everything does here. And there's the mechanism inside. So that does have a mark on it. So I'll look that up, see if I can get a bit of history on it. So it's had its first clean, and it is a painted on wood effect on the metal sort of frame around it. I'm in the back hall and I've just hung the clock, so here we are. I found it a home. It's looking good, it's all been cleaned, and Mark has put a modern movement in it. So there it is, ticking away. First time in a long time, possibly 100 years, potentially. And I've given it a good clean. The movement inside that I've taken out is a Japy Brothers, which is a French company from the 1800s, and it's very famous here, Japy. This is the next little corridor area I'm going to tidy up. So I'm stood in the boot room looking out, and so this door is the servery, this doorway is into the kitchen. I have another doorway here which is a toilet, so lots of doors. I've started painting some time ago. The grey doors are the newly painted ones. The original paintwork is like a mint green and dark chocolate colour. There's quite a lot of damp in the walls here, so there's a lot of blown plaster. The filling's been done, and Mark has in the woodwork, so the panelling's done, and he's boxed in the pipework too. Next job is to get the rest of the paintwork finished.
So this is the north corridor that Bee's been working on all week. It's amazing how long it takes to do these spaces, but this is the 5th out of 6. So that's all been painted, pipes have all been boxed in. She's painted around all the doorways, so we've gone for grey and cream in here to go with the kitchen and the floor. Yeah, she's done a good job, looks nice. Got these horseshoes up on the wall. Yeah, it's a good outcome. That looks really tidy. Pleased with that. Goose tiles from up behind it. Another one. Just a pin. Place got a big old crack down there, that bottom corner's gone. And a big old pile of stuff up the back there. So they've bricked that all up to make that a smaller fireplace. it goes back a good 4 or 5 inches behind that until it hits the wall. And either side as well. That goes back a good that far. It's like, here's a corn. Loads of them. And a walnut. All buried in the back here.
Mouse's nest.
Yeah. And that's an Izzy nest.
He's helping.
Wow. Yeah.
Just in case anything live comes out of the fireplace.
There we go. That's all cleared out. That should be big enough now to take our salamander plate. Let's try it in there.
That looks good in there. Just got a brick in the sides. I found the grate, the original one from that fireplace. We just have to find some fire dogs to put it on top of. Mark's been cleaning off the bricks on the front doorstep.
Bricked up both sides, and I've taken out the old tiles because they were sunk and broken. Barbara's been and found some new second-hand tiles from the Barn Requirements. So the two that I've got that are whole and these 4, that's enough to finish that. I'm just going to go mix up some cement to put underneath them. There we go. So that's all done. Put a new hearth down there. Bricked up the walls either side and the new fireplate in the back. So there we go, there's the finished article. Got the fire dogs in there in the basket. A couple of logs on the back, the brickwork is all done. Now we have to leave it for, I think it's about 30 days to let the cement cure. But then we should be at a light at the end of October. In the kitchen, and we put this light up. Well, when we first did the kitchen, we did put this light up as a temporary measure, and it's still up there with its cable coming through the ceiling. And yeah, anyway, long story short, I'm going to do something different with it. So that's coming down, and I'm going to put up 2 light fittings on a couple of bits of chain with a pole. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. So I'll just cut this piece of tube to 1.2 meters, and I'm going to use that to hang the lights off of. I'll put one on each end, but I do need to then hang that bit of tube from the ceiling. So I just found up these little brackets, these little. They were 4 screwed, but I just cut the sides off so I can mount them onto the pipe. So I'll put one on each end, and then I can run my chains onto those loops from the ceiling. So there's my bar with my chains I've put up on the ceiling, and then I've hung these 2 lights. One was in the servery and one was up the glamping field in the tent up there in the clubhouse. But I put a different one up there and a different one in the servery. And so we'll come up with this plan and see if this works. Ta-da! There'll be light.